Young adulthood, very busy. A lot going on. But a time of possibilities, potential for tremendous growth. Hi, I'm Dr. Rola, clinical psychologist, and today I want to talk about finding your way as a young adult. Finding your way as a young adult. This is a subject that is very close to my heart because I am a mommy of two young adults. My older daughter, Deborah, is 23, and my younger one, Raya, is 18. So obviously, I'm personally vested in this subject. And then on a professional level, I have worked with many young people in this age group. And I am acutely aware of what is going on in this stage. The young person, the young adult, usually between the age of 18 and 24, is going through a period of significant change. And because of that period of significant change, there are great possibilities for growth, great possibilities for advancement, and also there are risks in terms of mental health as well that we need to be aware of. It's a time of change, it's a time of stress, and there are things that a young adult needs to be aware of, and also the family and the community, so that we can make sure that we're supporting the young adult as they go through this critical period of development. Let me talk then about what this period of development looks like. Obviously, the process is going to be different from one person to the other. But essentially, most young people, all of them, are going through this change. The very first important one that I want to talk about is that the young adult is defining a personal sense of identity. The young adult is beginning to see themselves separate from others in a way they did not see themselves when they were adolescents or teenagers. And they're beginning to explore different things. You may notice that there are different ways of dressing, different ideas of doing things, just trying to get a greater sense of what their true self is. And this is a time where many young adults have this in-between feeling. They're no longer children, and they don't feel like fully adults yet. There is this in-between feeling of neither here or there. The second thing is the young adult is beginning to develop a personal value system. The things that you taught their mom and dad and family members, teaching them about morality, about religion, they're beginning to question it. They're beginning to develop their own sense of what do I believe in? And it doesn't necessarily mean that they will deviate from what you told them or what you have communicated with them, but they're beginning to take ownership of it for themselves, because they're going to have to make decisions, and they want to form their own personal sense of value system so that can guide them into making decisions that are good for them. The third thing that they do is that is going on in this time is that they have this greater capacity to think abstractly. They're not only thinking about what is happening now, they're thinking about the future. The fourth thing is in the area of renegotiating their relationships with their parents and their caregivers. They want to connect with their parents, but they also want to be independent. So they're working on striking this balance between being independent and also connecting. And they want to see themselves separate from their parents. They want to stay connected, but they also want to feel that they're more competent in making their own decision. And then the fifth thing is they're becoming much more aware of these obligations that they have and expectations that people have of them. Obligations in the workplace, commitment into their careers. Should they go to school full time? Should I work full time? What path should I be on? What is my career path? All that is beginning to come into play. They're beginning to explore relationships, right? They're beginning to say, what kind of partner do I want? They're taking a personal ownership of what it means to them for their masculinity and their femininity. So they're beginning to think about sexuality and their relationship with the people they love and their relationships in a much deeper way than they did when they were adolescents. The very first thing I want you to do is set solid goals. Goals that keep you motivated to do them. Set goals that are challenging enough that makes you want to get up and go every day. But be careful about setting goals that may be too demanding on you and be so overwhelming and increase the possibility that you'll be depressed or feeling overwhelmed easily. The second thing I want you to pay attention to as a young adult is pay attention and please to your mental wellness. You know, oftentimes my focus when I first meet anyone and I'm doing an assessment is I'm looking at their sleep, I'm looking at their appetite, I'm looking at their energy level, I'm looking at their mood. Are they feeling sad? Are they feeling depressed? Are they feeling angry? How are they handling the stress that they're facing? The third thing is try and work very hard to walk away from destructive and risky behaviors. In the US, age 21 is a legal age for drinking. That means you can drink all you want, right? But excessive drinking can be very damaging for your brain as a person and your well-being altogether. The fourth thing is I want you to focus on your self-worth. What is that? Those things that make you feel valuable, make you feel like you're a worthy person. Is it your volunteering, your kindness, your skill set, whatever that is? Oftentimes, we tend to focus more on the outside as a culture and a community. I want you to focus on yourself. What is it that makes you feel good? Could you be volunteering? Could you be helping somebody in a disaster area? Whatever it is. Are you teaching a skill? Are you learning a skill? Is it your goals, your dreams, whatever? Focus on the inward as well, not just on the outside. And then the fifth thing is I want to encourage family, especially family, right? Because they're older now. And oftentimes they give you the impression that they don't need you. But this is a very tricky time because they need you, but they also want to be individuals and make their own decisions. So you want to stay close enough so they know you're there, but far enough so that they know that you will not totally take over their lives. You want to encourage them to individuate, but you also want to let them know that if they need support, you're there. And also the sixth thing, as a young person, young adult, I want you to thrive towards interdependence, which means you're individual in your decision making and all, but you're also connecting. You realize that you have the ability to make your own decisions because you're an adult, but you also have healthy connections with others. When you need support, you go get it. This is a critical time to develop strong coping skills. Knowing what you have as a resource and going to get what you don't have is going to help you for the rest of your life. So during this time, increase your coping skills by being interdependent. Connect with people that are going to give you care and support, and also let them know if you want to deal with something on your own, that you can handle it as well. So let's summarize this. Young adulthood, very busy. A lot going on. But a time of possibilities, potential for tremendous growth. You do need to keep support in place for yourself emotionally and mentally. Being a young adult is an amazing time of your life, a period where full of opportunities to grow, to learn, and to explore. And also a period when we need to pay attention to minimize our risk and also maximize our abilities. So please let me know, leave your comments, like my video, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think. And let's keep this conversation going. Thank you so much for listening.